It's a cold and sunny day, October 15th. I'm going to take Charlie for a walk. There's a van. It's just making a brief cameo in this video because this video is not about van stuff, but just taking Charlie for a walk. But anyway, yeah, it's actually really nice out here. It's actually it's not really that cold. Maybe it's like upper 40s, maybe. I don't know, I wouldn't say it's as good as 50, but anyway, maybe. I guess it could be. Come on, buddy. First, you gotta go through this alley here and have him try to sniff everything. But, come on, buddy. Come along. Anyway. But it's just nice having the sun out. You know, that makes a big difference. That's the problem with the winter a lot of times. You have, like, not just that it's cold, it's just a lot of times it's cloudy, but, you know. So anyway, fortunate enough to live right near this park. It's just right up this alley. So I like to take Charlie walking in it sometimes. I'm trying to take him walking more, actually get him a little more exercise instead of just like letting him go out and go to the bathroom, but actually getting him some exercise too. So but you can see this is what the roads in Duluth look like. They're pretty steep. And you can see there that road's pretty steep. That's one of the steeper roads in Duluth. And then, but this whole thing is built on one big hill. This central hillside Duluth is most of Duluth. It's just on this one, all on this one giant hill. But then there's kind of like hills within the hills, and then little, you know, layers and stuff. And anyway. So yeah, it's just, so basically this is like a nice autumn day. I should actually maybe I should have gone for a drive someplace up the North Shore a little bit and admire some of the fall colors. Maybe I'll have to do that one of these days. I just gotta make sure it's a day when it's kind of sunny, but it's kind of too late to go any place this time of the day. So anyway, there's Charlie. I'm gonna go ahead and let him off the leash here. There's nobody around. Playground out here. Windy out here, baby. I think I can actually, okay, if I put these headphones in and then kind of put the microphone under my coat, I think I can kind of keep it from the wind affecting it too much. Anyway, but what was I just saying? Okay, I don't know if that got on the recording. See, now I gotta edit this stupid thing, but okay. Anyway, it's interesting how this ground is like this, how it kind of rises sharply like that, and then how that rises sharply like that. And I think that's sort of an indication that we have the bedrock is close to the surface here, which I know in Duluth it is. The bedrock's close to the surface. And I think you'd need it to be kind of close to the surface to have shapes like that. Where someplace like where, let's say like Louisiana and some river valley, someplace where there's been a lot of soil that's filled in, then in the bedrock be really deep, that it's going to be more like a flat kind of shape. You know, you need kind of like the rock to keep it shaped like this, I believe. I mean, I'm just saying that's what I've kind of observed, what I think about, understand about geology. But the other thing too is you do in Duluth, there's lots of rocky outcroppings in places too, like where there's a big like sheet of rock or something like that too. You can see there's a lot of that around here, and it's a real hard like rock, like volcanic rock. So it's not like the rock that you get someplace like in Missouri, which is more like this limestone kind of softer stuff, which is actually where you get more like caves in that softer rock. But yeah, I don't even know about any caves around here. I mean, I guess there could be, but okay. Now you can see down here. See, this is like, okay, here's a bullpen here, which the grass hasn't been cut in there in a while. And there, I wonder if anybody's actually played baseball in here for a while. I don't know if this field though, I don't know, that might be like if it was any adult people playing baseball, they probably might hit it far enough to like hit those cars or something, because I don't know, I don't think that's anywhere near as wide as like a regulation baseball field. Anyway, That's let me go in here a second. Charlie likes this area because he likes this, like chewing on this grass and stuff around here. Like, but yeah, down here you can see there's a up there on that left. That's Essentia Health, or it's also known as St. Mary's. It was called St. Mary's. Well, anyway, it's still considered St. Mary's, but now it's part of Essentia too, which was more like a bigger company that got bought out by a few years back. And anyway, but that's the biggest hospital system in Duluth. It doesn't look that big from here, but you could tell. You can see there's the helicopter pad there, and we get a lot of helicopters actually flying over our house at night. It's kind of pretty loud. And way out there, that's Minnesota Point, that big sandbar out there. And then to the right, it is the harbor. And anyway, oh, where'd Charlie go? Oh, there he is. Okay. Anyway, yeah, it's really a nice day. I should have like actually tried to plan something for today, but now sometimes I like to sit here, this this bench here that's in this dugout here, and then wait for Charlie to come up. Try to be over here in a second. Hey, Charlie, come here. Charlie likes to get up here, then I kind of pet him up here. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Charlie. Yeah, usually there's not too many people in this park, really. All right, then I want to go up here for a better look at the harbor and stuff. We can walk up here. See this pretty steep hill here. Yeah, you got some of these areas like where they have these really steep hills like that. Like we were like at somebody's house. We were trying to get to this up a steep hill like this that we need to go up to get into the back alley there. And the one guy there is having kind of like a tough time making up this hill. Like anyway, basketball court up here. Yeah, and you can see how the land rises more from here. Different layers of land here. It's like a plateau here. And that's Copper Top Church up there, the top of that ridge there, and which that ridge is actually on Skyline Boulevard, which is kind of like this road that goes along the ridge, the highest point there in Duluth, and a lot of nice houses up there that, you know, with nice overlooks of the area. But anyway, I don't know if this building's actually being used for anything, this old blockhouse here or whatever, but I don't know. It looks like this park is probably one of those things that's probably not getting as much funding as it used to, so they probably don't really like do a lot of stuff here, you know. So okay, there you go. There's a good view of the lake there. Let's see, pan it slowly. Yeah, you can see the beach down there. That church there, that's called Sacred Heart. It used to be a church, and it closed. It was a big historic church that had been around for a long time. And they were using it as like a recording studio and having some events there, but I don't know if they've really done that as much lately. Nice fall colors here. Yeah, let's think about Duluth too. Duluth has a lot of like green spaces and stuff like that, and then actually a lot of kind of like woods that kind of go through the city and different trails and stuff like that. So anyway, a couple years ago they voted Duluth the #1 outdoor magazine, ranked it as the #1 outdoor city in America. So now you just look way out there. Yeah. So Duluth's got good scenery, and it's actually around here. It's actually, you know, not too expensive to live. It's some parts, like especially as you get down the hill, it starts getting kind of more kind of like ghetto and stuff like that. We're up here in this area, it's not too bad, but mostly what we have here is mostly like a bunch of kind of like rowdy college students because we're pretty close to the university. So a lot of people rent those out to these college students, but they usually don't cause too much trouble besides sometimes like blasting the music at night or something. So it's like, you know, so, but anyway. All right, this is John coming from a park in Duluth with Charlie. Say bye, Charlie. Bye-bye. Okay, here's a bonus section, guys. Still with Charlie here. Now he's back on his leash. Decided I'd never walked down this alley before, and it looked kind of interesting. Gotta be careful, these guys swing around that corner and going fast. Anyway, check this out. Yeah, you know, really, I've lived in this neighborhood for a while. Walked around it. This is kind of interesting. This old alley. This alley, how steep this is out here. So anyway, like I said, like the whole Duluth is built on a big hill, but there's different, you know, parts where the hills within the hill, stuff like this. This would be a fun alley to drive down during the snow. Well, actually, going up to my house, if I take the one way, it's kind of like you got to kind of go up this steep hill in the alley to get back to my house. And then during the winter, a lot of times, yeah, I mean, it might be kind of hard to get up that road, and like the ice and stuff, but unless you get kind of like a running head start. So I have to kind of like get off the main street and then zoom up that alley, going up as fast as I can to start out with, to have enough momentum to make it up that hill before I start sliding. So anyway, but I haven't really been in too many accidents like in the snow. I mean, I got in a couple like real minor ones around the time when I first moved here, but anyway, kind of getting out of breath here. You can see I'm out of shape. Now these houses here, they have like a good view of the lake. You can see that. So that'll be in Duluth. That might be a selling point if you can have a house that has a good view of the lake that just happens to be high enough on a certain peak or whatever. I'm kind of out of breath here. But at least on the way back, it's going to be all downhill. Hey Charlie, how are you enjoying this? So anyway, lots of interesting geography here in Duluth. Shape of the land and stuff. Let's see. See, what road is this? This is like there's a little doggy in there. Barking. See the steep road here. Hey, little guy. Oh, there's a big doggy. Ooh. What's up, man? Hey, bud. All right, Charlie, I guess you're glad that fence is there, huh? Yeah, I always see those dogs out there when I'm driving by. That guy's got a little camper van there. Maybe I should ask him if it's for sale. Let's see. Oh yeah, and then now, okay, this is a good view. See the hills here? Over there? Okay, looks like this is a little rundown. They haven't, like, I guess someone hasn't been living in this house for a while, probably, because it's like this area hasn't been cut in a while, and the city hasn't come by to fix that. Yeah, so this is the type of stuff, like when you see this kind of stuff, you realize, okay, you're not like in the super richest part of town, you know, because where they don't like take care of, like, there's weeds hanging in the street and stuff. But anyway, I mean, like I said, it's kind of somewhat, this area is sort of kind of run down around here, but it's not too bad. And like I said, actually I think it gets a little worse as you go here. This area down here is probably a little worse than like the part of the street where I live on. But these big old bricks here, big old stone. Anyway, okay, yeah, here we go. Here's a better view of the hospital here of Essentia St. Mary's. Anyway, you see a ship way out there. This thing will focus. Way out there, there's a ship. Let's see. Yeah, anyway. Nice stones here. Yeah, I think there used to be at least a couple quarries around here, like in Duluth area, where they probably cut all these stones. It's like that part of the wall's kind of fallen over, huh? Oh, okay, little steps. I hadn't really seen this where actually see how the road is actually, this part is actually high enough up here that there's these steps here to get onto the road. There's some local politics going on here. Okay. Or not local politics, state politics. So yeah, so since Charlie took his poop in the park, then I'm okay, you know, because once he does it once, he's probably not going to do it for a while. So anyway, twisting around, he does this thing when he crosses the rope over, like, and gets the rope on the wrong side of me, you know, behind me. That's some nice old houses here. So, you know, you see, like, these people have a good deck where they can look at the lake from up there. Yeah, so But yeah, so it's kind of like a nice fall day. You know, it's kind of cold, but it's kind of like but it's sunny, and when you put a coat on, it feels pretty good. So, I definitely prefer to this, like, being like 90 degrees or something. You know, it's like, because what are you gonna, you know, because then you can't put it on any clothes to get warmer or to get colder. So it's just, then it's like, you can't go outside hardly. Plus, I don't know, it just feels kind of cleaner when it's cold or something, or, you know, just not, you know, I feel like you don't want to really move that much when it's hot because you get like sweaty and stuff. Yeah, this feels kind of cleaner, crisper, you know. Oh, okay, okay, yeah, this is one of those community gardens. So there's certain, around the area, there's a fair amount of these community gardens, and I don't know if it's usually property that like the city might own, or if it's somebody who volunteered to have it on their land. But anyway, where you can become part of this club and then pay a little bit of money to have a plot of land to farm or to plant some vegetables and stuff. Now this is actually the park we were in. See that? See so how high up they built that, and they had to do a lot of landscaping and stuff to get it like that, you know, to flatten out a section up there. And I guess anyway, okay, I'm not gonna pretend I know about like building or something like that, but, and there's that hospital, get it from here. Anyway. You can see how, like, in Duluth, if you want to go walk, yeah, here's the steps here, here's the park here. You can kind of see how in Duluth, if you want to go walking somewhere, it's going to be a lot easier to go along the streets and not the avenues, because the streets are the ones that go pretty much parallel with the hill, except you can see there's still some pretty steep spots, like that one spot where that one alley is like parallel with the streets, but mostly it's the avenues that go up and down the hill. And then, so as long as you walk sideways on the hill, then you're not gonna here on the streets, then you're not really gonna be going up any big hills. But if you had to walk like straight down to like the lake and back from here, you'd be pretty tired after doing that, you know. So I knew some people who didn't have a car, and what they did is like they walked down to like the supermarket at the bottom of the hill, like near the lake, and they called a cab to take them back to their house, because it's just like, oh, trying to get back up that hill, and especially with groceries and stuff, you know. So anyway, but if you want to go get a workout, you can go on a lot of these streets in Duluth. Okay, so here we are back to the alley, and I guess I'll stop for real this time. Bye again, Charlie. Bye. Bye. Trapu.